Here we go, one more time. Everybody's feeling
ready
fine.
for this?
Here we go
This is-
now.
Yes, 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 here we
Joseph
go.
Quinn.
NSYNC has got the flow.
And so does Joe.
Okay.
She's
Joe
like-
Quinn has got the
She's like,
flow.
what's going on?
I've lost control.
Just perfect. I'm ready, love.
Hey! Welcome back!
It is now October, the best month of the year.
I'm becoming my true self.
Obviously.
I thrive in this month. I just thrive.
That's why I got extra spooky today, and I was like, we're gonna be spooky all month.
Oh my god, you guys are both wearing black and I'm wearing white with like purple eyeshadow. I don't know why I thought that was like something I wanted to point out. It's not like...
Well,
Hey.
it's more of an ethereal look, and that's still beautiful. Yes.
I busted out the fall lippy today.
Hey guys, welcome to the Quinn-tessentials podcast, a podcast about Joe Quinn.
Hello.
And we just love what we're doing.
And we love what we're doing.
Yeah, that.
Okay, can we let's honestly, I think that we need to kind of put it out there. It has not been a good week for us. Okay.
No.
No.
Tensions have been so high. Mercury was like at the tail end of retrograde. Shannon and I went through a hurricane. Shannon was disconnected from the world for about 48 hours and nobody knew where she was.
Not true. We knew where she was.
I didn't even know where I was. I was like, where am I?
Let me just say that for dramatic effect. Okay.
Sorry, we had no idea where she was. She was
Nobody knew
missing.
where Shannon was. We sent out a search party. I found her this morning.
I was swimming in a canal.
we have been bombarded again, and it's funny, I feel like we talk about this every episode, but we always say this: for every like negative comment there's 10 good comments, but this week in particular it seems like we've been bombarded with a lot of hate. And
Hi.
I just want to gloss through that just to get it out of the way and leave those bad vibes like here, and then just have like a great time this episode, because we have a really fun fucking episode planned for today. Here's all I'm gonna say is we understand that at no point is this gonna be a podcast that everybody that is a fan of Joe Quinn is going to like. Okay? Period. And that's fine. You can talk shit about us. You can talk shit about, the podcast. It's not going to stop us from doing this. And it's not going to stop people from listening. And if you're listening to the podcast so that you have something to talk shit about, thank you.
Yeah,
Because
thanks.
we really need those streams to go up.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Keep on doing what you're doing, because you're only helping us in the long
Keep doing what
run.
you're doing, honey. In the words of Ryan, you do you, because you best believe I'm going to fucking do me.
I think he said, you do you, honey boo boo.
Ryan said that?
I'm just joking.
From Kat and Ryan? Oh, you're joking. I was like, ma'am.
You go, Glen Coco.
Yes.
All right, now that we're done with that nasty vibe.
Bye. Get out of here.
Oh, wait.
Bye.
Danielle. Now that you said that, what's tomorrow? It's October 3rd.
Listen, I was going to say that, but I was like, I don't want to be that person if it's not what you're talking about.
It is October 3rd.
He asked me what date it was. October 3rd.
October 3rd.
On October 3rd. He asked me what day it was.
We love a good Mean Girls reference. Thank you, Shannon.
Have you guys seen that movie, Do Revenge?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, here's my question, Danielle. And Shannon, you absolutely should watch it. But does it give you, like, Mean Girls of Gen Z vibes?
100%.
It gives me the vibe. Yeah, right? Like, like Mean Girls was the Mean Girls of the millennials. Mm-hmm. like Breakfast Club was the Mean Girls of Gen X.
Yep.
I feel like this movie has potential to be the Breakfast Club and Mean Girls of Gen Z because this movie was so fucking good.
It's going to be another cult classic for that generation. We all get our own.
100%.
And that's theirs.
Is it D-O revenge or D-U-E revenge?
D-O, like do revenge.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like, and at one point she goes, I don't know if anybody can just do revenge. And then, yeah, anyways.
It's so good. Go watch it.
It was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's actually really great. And it's with Joe's co-star Maya Hawke. See, we can loop it back in.
Oh, that movie. Okay. Yes, I will watch it. Yes.
Yeah. Plus, she has a bearded dragon named Olivia Colman, and it makes the whole movie. It's
not just Olivia. It's Academy Award winner Olivia Colman.
That's correct.
Is the name of the bearded dragon.
I stand corrected. My apologies, Olivia Colman.
We love. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna start getting animals just to name them like names like that, like Academy Award winner. I don't know, Meryl Streep. It's just that's stupid. I don't know why I went there.
SNL skid writer John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Or if
John
it's a cat,
Mulaney.
like John Meowlaney.
Oh, or a cow. John
Mulaney.
Goodbye.
We get so sidetracked so fast.
He's like, why does everybody touch my udders? You know how John Mulaney talks.
Do not touch my udders.
That was actually better than mine. That was good.
I told you to stay away from me.
No,
John
that's
Mulaney
what I'm
talks
sensitive about.
John Mulaney talks like a 1940s like gang movie.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Serious?
Never catch me alive, Papa.
But we don't like John Mulaney here because of what he did to his ex-wife. And also Ned Fulmer. Can we talk about Ned Fulmer?
No, we cannot. Don't bring that negative energy into this space, girl.
That's right. Dude, nobody gave a fuck about Adam Levine because Adam Levine exudes fuckboy energy. But Ned Fulmer?
Like, what?
How dare you? How dare you?
And he hasn't even been married to his wife for that long either. Like, no excuse. Not that matters, the length of time, but still, you know what I mean?
Somebody tagged Young Gravy in a video and said, there's a new MILF.
Stop.
There's a new MILF on the market. She's a little younger than your usual demographic, but she's a hottie. And he was like, Young Gravy stitched that video was like, thanks for the insight.
Noted.
Thanks for the inside info. Let's bring it back.
Joseph, Anthony, Antonio, Garth, Vincent, Michael, Quinn. Sorry, I just make up middle names for him now.
You forgot Elizabeth.
If he ever does that, I swear to God, Joe, I will come find you and yell at you. Really mean.
That's a mean thing to do to all the men out there. Just stay genuine to your woman, okay? Like, we don't need a lot in life. We just need a man that's going to stay with us, okay?
Just have a conversation if there's issues.
Say,
seriously.
What I will say is we don't know what goes on. I don't know.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Listen,
yes.
We don't know what goes on within a marriage. We don't know if they have an agreement that they can do that. We don't know. Maybe, I mean, and so the world right now is like, yeah, they're like, how dare he cheat on his wife? We don't know. We don't know what is going on within the marriage. So people are probably shaming Ned, and we don't know if maybe she's fine with it because maybe she's also stepping out. You know, who knows?
Right.
But that's the tricky part about being out in, you know, being a public figure, is that every aspect of your life is in the spotlight, whether you like it or not. So just make sure you have a good PR team around you.
Just hire Laura. Just kidding.
Yeah, hire me. I handle that shit really well.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, let's bring it back to the reason we're here.
Who's that?
Some dude, some fucking
Some
Brit.
Some British bloke.
Hello. Like Crystalia. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
How you doing?
Crystalia. It's like, we don't all talk like that. And he's like, that's fine, but you got to change the way you talk immediately because that's how just. But anyways, the reason we are here, Joseph Quinn, we're going to talk about the fact that Joe went to Dior. And yes, we already talked about this in last week's episode. But since last week's episode, we've had a new development. And it's that Joe followed Dior on Instagram.
He sure did.
And Joe doesn't just follow anyone. Like, it's very specific, calculated.
Currently following. All right, he is following Jamie, love him. Yep. Metallica, somebody named Fabio, which fabulous name. Jimmy Fallon, VRW Publicity, which I'm assuming is his
like
PR
publicity
agency.
team.
Yeah. Netflix UK, Grace, and like people from the show.
And then Dior.
And then most recently he followed Dior. And so it's giving that Taylor Swift vibe of like a little Easter egg has been dropped and the world is like trying to figure out what's happening. And I'm calling it, I think maybe Sauvage, the cologne. Maybe he's like an ambassador. He's going to do like some type of campaign for it.
So I could definitely see the Dior Sauvage campaign happening. But what about like Dior releasing a whole brand new scent and Joe is the face of it? Magazines, photo shoots, commercials.
Wait, you know what
like
you know what I'm waiting for? Wait. You know those Ulta like catalogs that they send you in the mail and it has that little card
Got a little sniffy
with
sniff?
the picture and then you can
I will rub that on me. It's like
I'd be like, hey, Adam, close your eyes and just kidding.
See, I can totally, because when you told me that he followed Dior, I immediately thought of Johnny Depp's Dior commercial. And I want that. I need that. And it has to happen. I don't care if he brings back a scent from 20 years ago. I don't care if he brings in a new one. He just needs to make it happen.
Roman, baby.
You guys.
But anything.
This is coming from my brains. This is not real, so I'm doing a disclaimer. This is not real, and I'm making this up. But this is what I'm imagining.
Thank you for that.
Okay, so imagine Joe. He's got in all black. His shirt is slightly undone, so you see a little chest hair. He's a little sweaty, a little wet, a little curl, and then a little spritz.
Gotta have the curl.
Hello. This reminds me of when Kit Harington became the face of the new Jimmy Choo male cologne, and that shit smelled so damn good. And I was like, imagine they bring out like just a new lighter scent, because Sauvage is kind of dark, a little heavy. If they came out with like a Sauvage like de toilette or Sauvage de, okay, I don't know, like just something else. Like Joe could be like the, he's younger, younger man.
Très Sauvage. Ooh, something a little bit more light and flirty and fun that you can wear every day to help you transition into Sauvage at night.
Remember the rumors before that he was wearing like a like a Versace or like a
But that came from his page too. Like there are 2 posts that were made where they said he likes this for men and this for women. And then, like most recently, he said something about Sauvage, which now that I think about it, I wonder if it was at that time that the conversation with Dior started.
Oh, yeah.
Because why would they put out... Sorry.
No, I love the excitement.
Why would they put out another perfume/cologne post, Speaking of Orlando Bloom.
Oh my God. I know what you're going to say.
the most exciting thing I want to point out, and I said this to Shannon. Shannon had at one point a hyperfixation on Orlando Bloom. Guess who also had a hyperfixation on Orlando Bloom?
Joseph Quinn.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I guess he had a cardboard cutout of Orlando Bloom.
Stop it.
And he said he had it like for, I forget what the exact quote.
Like longer than he should have one.
Like way later in life.
Honestly, I vaguely remember this picture, so I will pull it up and I'll read it.
That's even
Hold
further
on.
than me. I didn't have a cardboard cutout, but I did have 3 posters framed. My bookmark was Legolas. A lot. So
It says, I would set the toys up, have them have little battles, and I also had a 6-foot cutout of Orlando Bloom in my bedroom to an alarmingly late age.
the fact that he admits that is amazing.
An alarmingly late age. You know what? I think that alone, if he were to ever to see Kat and Ryan's videos, he'd be like, I'm not even mad about it because like I've had cardboard cutouts of my idols.
She shouldn't be embarrassed now that he had one. It's kind of like, well,
He just admitted it.
Yeah.
Right. I would love to see him. I would love to see him in Pirates now with Orlando Bloom. Oh my God.
As his son.
What if he plays Will Turner's son?
They better pay Orlando to come back and Kira because they're both going to have to somehow come back for that to happen.
Speaking of pirates, real quick, did you guys see the video that one of our followers shared with us of him drawn out like a pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, God, no. God, brace. I got to brace myself.
Take a breather.
I wasn't.
Tell me, show me. Yeah, tell me, show me, Daniel.
Okay, well, I can't. Oh, here it is.
Sketching Joe as young Barbossa.
Oh my
As
God.
Barbossa?
Yes!
Really? Okay. All right.
Yes! I did see this.
And it was just short enough to where they can't copyright us. Suck on that, YouTube.
Okay, but no.
Shannon,
Young
come back. Come on.
Barbossa is-
Come back.
I'm trying to
Young
drool.
Barbossa.
Okay.
Why am I doing
All right.
this on camera?
But I loved
need
that. That was amazing. The long bang in the front. Just
10 out of 10.
I would love a Barbossa origin story now. Okay,
Joe
here's what
does
it is.
Barbossa.
A Barbossa origin story, or he has to be Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley's son.
Or
That's
Johnny
Either
Depp's
or,
son.
we're not picky.
I know. We need him in the Pirates franchise, Disney. Let's go.
Let's go.
And also, we would like a cut as casting directors. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The amount of ideas that we spew out of our mouth on this, like, we should be getting paid so much money.
I'm dead. What else? Oh my God. We saw this video this week from this creator who is, by the way, like super adorable. Now, this was a tough one for
We love her.
huh?
I love her. I love
I
her.
love her because she's very cool and very like, aloof is almost the word I want to say.
Right.
But should I pull up the video and play it?
Yeah.
She said we could.
It's funny.
Sorry, go ahead.
I told one of my friends about the video today, and I had her watch it.
Yeah.
And the first thing that she said was, "She's so British. I love it."
I love it too. Here's what I am gonna say before I play this audio. It's not easy to listen to, but it's a good reality check. It's an eye opener.
It's a good eye opener.
No, just listen.
Hello, this is for my Joseph Quinn fans and Joseph Quinn fans only. Quite a few of you are a little bit too much in love with this man, and as a big sister, I'm going to save you any future heartache right now and just let you know it's going to be a model. It's going to be a model, or someone who's modelled at some point. How do I know this? Because I've been in the game a very long time now, fancying celebrity men, and they rarely ever break the cycle. Like, this man ditched Hinge for Raya. He's not trying to date normies. You don't join Raya to date somebody who does shifts. Whatever you do, don't take his comments about wanting an ordinary home life seriously, because even the nicest men talk out their arseholes all the time. Please don't take this as me being mean, because I'm also saying it to myself. That being said, if anyone does have a Raya referral, I've done a few Soapstars nails before. Does that make me... Do I have the criteria? Let me know.
Here's the thing. That is arguably my favorite video anybody could have made about it, because she started it with, first, let me just say this. She started it with, as a big sister, I want to spare you the heartache. And then she brought it back when she said that, when she literally poured that ice bucket of water over every single one of Joseph's fans and said, I'm telling this to myself too. And also, if you have a Raya referral, please send me one.
Like, did anybody else find themselves watching that video and then I had to look away from the phone because I felt she was speaking straight to me. And I said, am I the problem?
Am I the drama? I don't think.
Am I the drama?
Am I the villain?
Like, I'm like, literally, like, I know Joe is not interested in someone like me. I'm not saying me, but someone like me or anyone, like, as a fan. I don't think he would date a fan. Some celebrities have. They've dated fans and whatnot, but
I think the only one I can think of that successfully married a fan was Matt Damon.
and Steve Harvey.
Oh, and Steve Harvey.
I was just going to say that sometimes it's not just about dating or not dating a normie, but it's more of like dating someone that understands the industry. I feel like he may have dated normies, and they probably just didn't understand the demands of his job and what it's like to be in that sort of limelight. So if he is, some celebrities find it better to date normal people because it's easier for them. Like Nick Kroll, I just saw him talk about his wife on TikTok, and he was like, I felt like my circle got really small. And I was like, who else am I going to date? He had to expand his horizons outside of just comedians, because that's his circle, you know? So Joe probably was like, he's now just coming to fame. He's like, well, let me try to maybe find someone who will understand.
Yeah, and especially now more than ever for him, with how quickly his career's catapulting. He probably wants someone, and this is my opinion, that can keep up with that. That's used to that lifestyle. And who knows, down the road, he may fall in love with someone that is a normie. You never know. But in this moment, I think that that's the best option for him to keep his sanity level, because on top of his career, he would also have to worry about leaving a girlfriend or a wife at home that isn't traveling or doesn't have the same hours.
He could absolutely date a normie, according to what Natasha said. However, you know, at this point in his career, he doesn't know how obsessive that normie is.
Yes.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Like, at any point, like, let me do. I'm gonna use like myself as an example, right? If I were to meet him and be like, oh, I'm so cool, like, nice to meet you. Oh, who are you? Plot twist, I have a whole podcast about him. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, oh, this girl's really cute. She's super nice. I love curvy Latin women. Maybe I go find me one. Her name Laura. I love that. And then he shows up. It turns out I'm a fucking super fan, and I've been like following every single step of his fucking career, and I'm literally just like a super fan.
That could have been advice from his
What's
team.
he gonna do
like,
now? I'm the one that took the picture of him on the airplane sleeping. Like, you know, that kind of... I'm not. But you know, that kind of shit, like, that's why it's got to be hard for celebrities to date people that aren't in that spotlight. I think that, you know, at the end of the day, she said it's going to be a model. Probably. I mean, he is currently, as of today, arguably, the most sought after actor, celebrity, bachelor. I mean, in the world, there's so many fucking people on that video that this creator, her name's Natasha, which I think I said it correctly. And if I didn't, I am so very sorry. But she did, when I DM'd her to ask her if I could use it, she gave me the phonetic spelling of her name, which I thought was so helpful.
I also feel like if you're a celebrity and you reach a certain tier and you have access to models, do it. Fuck it.
Why not go after him?
Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, absolutely. I hope the fuck he does. Because
Get that.
if I blow up, right, and if I become a very famous plus size Latina celebrity that happens to be a sought after bachelorette, which like manifest, I'm sorry, I will not be dating the dating pool that I have experienced here in Jacksonville, Florida.
What?
It's not gonna
Absolutely
fucking
not.
happen. It's not gonna fucking happen. And also, she said he left Hinge for Raya. He's not gonna date somebody that does shifts. And I don't think she necessarily means somebody that does shifts. I think she means somebody that fully understands the industry.
Yes.
You know? And I don't want to sit here and be like, yeah, I had to. It's true. If I started sweating when I saw that video, I was like, ma'am, I feel attacked.
I was like, listen.
But no, she.
When they sent me the video and I was
She-
texting them, I was like setting like a mini rant. And then they're like, no, Shannon, finish the video. Finish the video.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
closes it with, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And like even in the comments, I love her because even in the comments, people were like, "I'm deaf," and she's like, "That's fine. I try to be too." Here's what I loved. Somebody said, "I don't want to believe it, but you speak the truth," and she said, "Oh, mate, I don't believe my own words." And then somebody said, "Yo, I'm waiting for the most beautiful, tall, sweet woman to scoop him up and make him happy. I look forward to it." She said, "You know what? To be honest, then I can move on."
Until I see it,
Right.
I'm still gonna hear you and
Right.
see you, but I'm living in my own fantasy.
Somebody else said, "I have an IMDb page. Can I shoot my shot?" She's like, "Yes, shoot your shot, babe." She's so supportive of everybody else. That's like, "I'm deaf, but I love it." But she's like, "Yep, nope, me too. I don't believe it either, but it needed to be said and it needed to be put out there." And I love how she did that. Shannon, you had something to say. I'm sorry.
I had a mini hyperfixation on Kit Harington. Gorgeous Mr. Puppy Eyes. He had a thing going on with Rose, who was his co-star playing Ygritte. You know nothing, Jon Snow. And then when I found out they were dating, I was like, this bitch. She snatched him away, this wildling. And then they got married, and now they have a child. Hyperfixation done. Do I still think he's stunning? Absolutely. But it's not like I even think I have a chance with these people, but it's like when they find happiness in that love, I'm done. What the fuck is up with that?
That is such a good point. And so, follow-up question, do you think they're going to set him up with a PR relationship then?
Oh God, those seem so miserable. I don't think he would want to do that.
But we don't know. Is it obvious? I mean, it's obvious sometimes, but like...
Right, like Vanessa Hudgens
You know.
and Zac Efron for High School Musical.
Was that a PR? I think that might have started as a PR
And then it became
relationship. I
something
don't
real,
think
maybe?
it-
Okay.
Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah. That made me sad, though, because I think Pete actually really liked her.
It's Kim Kardashian.
So what? He could have been like, this bitch is really shallow. I don't want to be at that. Well, that was my Pete Davidson. You know, he could have just been like, I don't want to date this chick. I mean, you know, but
But my opinion of that is his PR and his PR team seems to be very invested in like what he wants to do. And so I don't know if, I mean, no, I don't know if this is correct or not, but the woman that was with him at Dior apparently is his assistant or his PR agent. And from what I've been reading, they've been friends forever. And so I think that the people not only that he's talking with, that he says that he leans on a lot for his friends and family, I think that he has incorporated some of those people into his close-knit professional circle. And
That's really smart.
I mean, they'll probably have conversations about it, but I don't know if they would make him do that, because a lot of the decisions that you've been seeing him make, like the Wonderland, the
Yeah.
Esquire, the Dior, those are all very positive things, and I think that he was 100% for them. Again, we may never know. His next relationship may very well be a PR relationship, but Joe's a good fucking actor. So we're never going to be able to tell.
I mean, we obviously don't know Joe, but
downfall
he
of it
seems
all.
like he wants something really authentic and real based on what he's saying. I mean, he is approaching 30. Would he want to mess around with a PR relationship? You know?
Let me
Like-
Kim
Right.
Kardashian is over 40
Like, from what
and she
we've been
just had a
reading-
PR relationship.
But she's
let
had
me tell you
4
something.
children and a
Age has nothing
marriage.
to do-
That's different.
Huh?
She's had 4 children and a marriage. That's the perfect rebound, like PR
Yeah.
thing, though.
And he hasn't.
30 is the new 20
And
in Hollywood for men. Actually, 30 is 20 in Hollywood for men, period. Okay? 30 is 30 for
That's
women in
true.
Hollywood. 30 is 20 for men in Hollywood. You can be 45 years old and
Yeah.
find the love. Look at George Clooney. George Clooney found the love of his life mid-50s and then had twins.
Hell yeah.
So, like, this,
Yeah.
he is a
Did you guys know Harrison Ford turned 80 in July?
Harrison Ford.
Who?
Harrison Ford turned 80 in July.
I love Harrison Ford. Okay.
He is a female gaze.
He's literally my grandmama's age. Like,
I don't care.
He's a female gaze for sure. Honestly, think about it. The last thing that I think we should touch on with that question is we've read what he's looking for and what he wants in this point in his life.
it's very simple.
I think that he's just going to be single until he finds what he wants, because he seems pretty adamant on what he's
Right.
looking for.
He seems like the type of person that does the things that he does are with intention, right? Like, he's very intentional about the
Right.
decisions that he makes, or at least that's again how he has presented himself, you know. But anyways, okay. So Joe was actually nominated for British Breakout Star at the Television Critics
Television
Critics Award?
Association.
TCA.
It's the TAC, the TAC Awards.
Oh, okay.
Television Association of Critics, I think is what it was.
And he is up against none other.
Jamie Campbell Bower.
Oh, no.
It's so fucking wild because Jamie has been around in this industry. Jamie's been around.
And the fact that they
fucking
call him
yeah.
a breakout, I'm like,
fucking time.
excuse me? Have you seen Sweeney Todd?
Did you not see him?
Bitch, where?
Fucking Sweeney Todd? He was 19 in Sweeney Todd.
Ja-
I
Feel you, Joanna. I love the remix. I peel you, banana.
No. But Jamie is fucking incredible too. I will truly be just as happy if Jamie
either one of our
wins.
boys bring home an
You know
award.
what I mean?
We're all
Either
gonna be
one. And the best part is that if Jamie wins, Joe's gonna be over the moon, and if Joe wins, Jamie's gonna be over the moon because they're bromances. That's
They'll have a little celebratory tea party.
celebratory tea party.
With sugar cubes and oat milk.
oat milk.
Milk.
Which, you know what? We gotta jump on that segue, baby, and take it to where we're trying to go. Because this episode is about bromances. Which, like, now that we've talked about the awards, you know, best of luck to Jamie, best of luck to Joseph.
And whoever else is
We hope you
nominated.
win. I went in and voted. Did you guys vote? You can vote. I voted. Okay, great. I voted. Oh, but I also
I forgot. What does it do? What does homework do?
what does homework do? I also voted for British Actor of the Year award. I voted for Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, he deserves it.
I love.
What are
me
his
some
fans
Tom
called? The Hiddlemeisters? I don't know. What the fuck are they called?
Hiddleston. I don't know. I have no idea.
The Hiddle stands?
Hiddlestans?
Hiddle stands? I don't know.
I
That's
like
a good one,
that.
though. If not, then
Well, we're calling them the Hiddlestands now because
I love the Benedict Cumberbatch ones. It's Cumber Bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Joe needs something like that. He needs like the I don't know.
somebody called them the
can't work.
Quinnies. Quinnies.
Quinnies, yeah. The Quinnites.
So we're going to talk about a few people, but I want to talk about Jamie and Joe, Gaten and Joe, Charlie Heaton and Joe, and Joe Kirian. Joe and Joe.
Joe squared.
Joe and Joe.
Joe squared. What a great couple name. But Jamie seems to be like, Jamie gives like that vibe of like Joe's comfort person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that like they even talked about like how they bonded because they're both British and they're both smokers. You know. But
yes.
I think it's
and they
so
were both new to the cast as well.
What's that?
They were also new to the cast as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they were both newcomers.
That's right. And I mean, and that was like the first time I saw Joe outside of Stranger Things was during that Brazil press tour that he did with Jamie. And hi, Kitty.
That's so cute. That was so adorable.
Your cat had to say something about it.
They're my favorite. I love them so much.
I love Jamie and Joe.
Give me more Jamie and Joe.
Little Joe-me action. But yeah, I mean,
Joe me? I love that.
You like
Joe
Joe
me?
me?
I said Joe-me.
Oh,
Joe me.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love it.
A cute little nickname for a cute little friendship. So cute.
I fucking can't.
Their friendship,
I said I thought we had established that name before, but you were talking about their friendship.
it's just so pure. It's just, you can see the love and the happiness that is so included in that relationship, like externally. It's not in the way that they speak to each other, but you can visibly see how happy they make each other. And it just is so special. I've never seen two men that into a relationship in a minute. It's been a second.
They're so organic with each other.
That's what I was gonna say. It's very natural, very organic, and like even at some of the interviews where, out of Brazil, you see, you see Jamie be like, "Isn't he just beautiful?" He says something about like, he's like, "You're great. Let's kiss," and I'm like, let's see this happen.
Because it just makes me think about how Jamie's like, I know I seem a little fruity, and that's why they put me in these roles. And you're just like,
He said that.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah.
What?
And it's like, Jamie, you say things like
He
that.
probably means he seems like flamboyant, and he is a little bit. But
But
He
that's
is-
why you had to say something, Jamie, because of the things that you say. You have your intrusive thoughts that should stay in your head. They just come right out of your mouth. And Joe's
don't.
like,
And you know
yes,
what?
give it to me.
Bring it in, baby. And that's the thing. He's so fucking relatable when it comes to shit like that. Like even at Fan Expo, he was like, oh, I'm still trying to catch my breath from Joseph's embrace. And I'm like,
And then you look over at Joe and he's like, yeah, I bet you are. Little eyebrow raise.
yeah, baby.
and Jamie just exudes superstar. Like he just like, especially now. I watched was it The Mortal Instruments
City of Bones.
recently.
I haven't watched that yet. He looks so fine in that, by the way. I just can't say.
Does, but let me tell the one thing I will say is once a man hits 30, it's like it just goes. I cannot wait for Joe to enter his 30s because there's something about a guy in his Jamie currently looks the best he's ever looked.
Yeah.
Like he's so fucking handsome, and like his hair and his girlfriend, I mean, they are such a fucking vibe. Mm-hmm. They are such a vibe.
100%.
Yeah, sorry. I'm over here gushing
Don't be
about
sorry.
Jamie.
You speaking truths over here.
Born in the 89.
And his
She's
song,
old.
He is God. Well, he's also a musician. He has he did that. There was a girl. Was it Cole? I don't know if it was Cole or not. Somebody made a video about somebody made a video about how Jamie came out with a country song, and it's shameful that a British guy made a better country song than half of the country.
I remember that. I don't know who,
artists.
but yes.
That sounds like a very Cole thing to say. It was probably her.
I know. I feel like it was her because I remember seeing that video and be like, yeah, you're fucking right. You're not wrong. He just gets it. I mean, and it's funny because, like, the truth is that just as much as this world is Joseph's oyster, it's also Jamie's oyster. Jamie's blowing up too. Mm-hmm. And we have this podcast completely dedicated to Joe. But the two of them collectively, they had such a magnetic and dynamic and an incredible performance
Yes.
in this past season of Stranger Things that, like, I mean, I guarantee you they're both super sought after right now. But I've come to the realization that not the only reason, but one of the bigger reasons why I want to see Joe come back in season 5 is because I want them to have a scene together.
Finally.
I need to see. First of all, I need to see the dynamic between Eddie and Vecna. But not just that, I need behind the scenes content of Jamie and Joseph.
Oh, that would be phenomenal.
Wouldn't that be fucking
So
great?
good.
I need to see Joe stab Vecna as Cass.
We love that cast theory.
I will stand on top of that cast theory hill until the day I die.
I still think it's the most obvious choice and that they're not going to go
And
there.
I think that's why they're going to go there.
You think
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He's going to go up and stab him, and then they're going to show number 10 right here. And then
Shut the fuck up.
I could see them pulling in multiple theories to give us what we want. You get the cast theory, you get the 10 theory.
Give them what they want.
Listen, I'm becoming unhinged. I can't think of any more.
The fact that the timeline thing was like,
And then they're going to pop out of the upside down and he's going to be fine.
Fucking lined up.
Because of the time jump.
yeah.
Oh, God, stop.
And it's all actually a very elaborate campaign at the same time.
And then we'll see in the behind the scenes when Eddie stabs Vecna, when it cuts, like, come on, mate, let's get up. Let's do another because they're besties. All right, mate. I hit you pretty hard on that one.
Where was the interview? And also, who was that interview with where they said that theory that it was all just a super elaborate D&D campaign, and it was with some of the stars of the show, and they were like, that would be awesome.
It was the one where he goes, I noggle.
Okay, but here's the thing. It wouldn't be awesome.
It would not.
It's like
No.
I call it a cheap horror movie like plot twist. It's like, just kidding, it never actually happened.
It's a cop-out.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
You've literally wasted over 10 years of our lives to give us a cop-out ending that it never happened. Absolutely not.
Cop-out ending. A cop-out ending. That's so fucking...
It's like you're giving us like a M. Night Shyamalan, and this is not M. Night Shyamalan. This is
Do
the Duffer
better.
Do
Brothers.
better.
Do better.
Yeah, do better. There's nothing wrong with M. Night Shyamalan, but that is its own brand of horror / thriller. You know what I mean?
So, in conclusion,
We love Jamie and Joe. Joe me.
we love Jamie and Joe. We love Joe. We need to see Joe go back to season 5 because I honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I need behind the scenes. I need behind the scenes of Joe and Jamie. Like they're going to destroy that fucking set if they're.
We'll just have to wait for the
I might
Taboom
quit my
special
job.
for when they give us 2-minute blooper reels to see that behind the scenes.
Yes.
I
I need
also-
2 minutes dedicated to them.
And also, disclaimer: this is not real. This is coming from my brain hole. Jamie and Joe in a movie. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, why isn't
Oh
this
my
already
god!
happening?
What if they're like the new Sherlock Holmes and fucking?
What's
How fucking awesome would that be?
Wait, which one is Sherlock?
Oh, definitely. I see Joe being Sherlock.
I think Joe has to be a little more. 'cause- No,
Really?
you want him to be
I see Jamie
Watson?
being Sherlock.
Really?
I think I see Joe being Watson.
Oh my God, there's a spider.
Well, I
God,
think
there's a
I think they
spider.
both can get a little unhinged.
No. What if Jamie's Moriarty and Joe is Sherlock?
Get the fuck out of here. Listen. Bye.
Yeah.
Casted.
Oh my
Again,
God, that means
we're
they're like
casting
mortal
directors.
enemies the whole time.
And we'd get the villain arcs in that. Like, we already know.
The villain arc we've been asking
We already
for.
know Jamie can.
But that means Jamie gets to be the bad guy again.
Yeah. Well, we already know Jamie can just kill that type of role, but we would be. It has to happen. Give it to us.
Write it, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking
Listen.
do it. And
Hell
here's
yeah.
the thing. Here's the thing. Yet another character
Cash
that
me
Robert
out.
Downey Jr. has played.
There you go.
Wow. I mean, I love bringing
meant
things
to
full
be.
circle. It's so satisfying.
Who's the guy that's in the Hellfire Club that's kind of bigger?
Yes.
He said that he signs his text messages XOXO Joe. Get the fuck out of here.
That's grandpa energy. That's why. That's like why I struggle with what Natasha said, because I genuinely think to myself, like, there's an old soul there, you know?
Yeah.
Right, and it's people that have been there from the very beginning. Like, I mean, he has created a lifelong relationship with Joe Keery, who has been there since day one, and even Joe Keery feels that way, according to what he said, you know? And so I just love it. I think that's so sweet. And again, I kind of want to mention this because it's true. Like, I love how normalized that is nowadays between men, you know?
Yes.
It's so special, and it just has, I don't know, it warms my fucking heart. It warms my cold little
It's like
heart.
you don't have to go like, no homo. You can just hug your friend, tell them you love them.
Yes.
Be friends without having to be like,
Isn't
we're
that
not gay. Like,
amazing?
who cares? Yeah.
The more and more time goes on and things like this are normalized, you don't hear people say no homo.
No.
You know where, and it's, that shit is almost like so disrespectful. Like just quit saying that, you know? Like, we get it. You like women. You don't have to feel the need to say that. But the other thing, oh my God, there I go again. The other thing I was going to say is that, like, maybe those are like the little moments that were improvised between Eddie and Steve. Like the, don't you big boy, like that kind of,
Maybe they
you know?
talked about that in between takes, and he's like, oh my God, why don't you just call me that and see what they think? You know, because
Like,
maybe
there's
Joe
a
likes improv a little bit too, Joe Keery. You know, maybe he's like into that, you know?
Like, there has to be a certain level of comfort with the person that you're acting with to be able to say, don't you big boy, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
I live for that. I fucking live for it. And so it's cool to see. And then on top of that, the fact that there's like this co-parenting, I call it co-parenting, I feel like there's like this co-parenting vibe with Gaten, who is like,
He's so adorable.
mom and dad, the golden boy, the magic golden boy. I live for Gaten. You watch somebody and you immediately know they're gonna go so fucking far.
Yeah.
It's so natural for Gaten. And it's funny. Okay, so this is completely unrelated, but I remember the feeling I got watching Dylan O'Brien and Teen Wolf and thinking, this guy's such a good fucking actor, and he is so talented. As Styles Stilinski back when like dinosaurs roamed the earth. That same energy that I felt where I thought, oh my God, this guy's such a natural, incredible actor. He's so fucking good. It feels real. That's how I feel about Gaten. And I think that, you know, and that's also how I feel about Joe. Like, the two of them are so organic in their acting. So.
And Gaten was in Les Mis as a little child, singing on stage on Broadway.
He's back on Broadway right now.
Oh, what is he doing
Yeah.
on Broadway?
He's in Dear Evan Hansen right now. Did he finish? Shut up. My.
It's so sweet.
Do you think Joe went to see him?
David
think Joe
Harbour's
went
like
to
their
see him at Dear
grandpa.
Evan Hansen? I know. At Jimmy Fallon, maybe? No, I think he did. I think he had, because when Gayton went on Fallon before Joe, and they talked about him going on Dear Evan Hansen. I don't. He's so great.
Gayton will eventually be an EGOT. 100%.
Oh my God, you're so right.
He will.
I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Oh my God, I could see that. What's today's date? Let's stamp the date. It is October 2nd at 9:14 p.m. 2022. Shannon has declared Gayton will be an EGOT winner. The last person I wanted to talk about was Charlie Heaton, and I love this one. They had no scenes together. At Arctic Monkeys. I was like, wait, they were at Lollapalooza together.
And Joe gave him his shirt to wear.
It's the best shirt. Oh my God, they share clothes. I love that. I fucking love that.
They may have a similar connection because they're both British. I feel like British people really stick together because it's a cultural thing. It's, you know, it's a, I think Charlie has like that same thing. Like he's British, you know.
Somebody was taking a video of them enjoying the concert, and like Joe kind of looked over his shoulder, and then Charlie did after that, and then he put his arm around Joe and pulled. And I wonder if like I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate about that, but that seemed like such a like don't worry about them, just enjoy the concert kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I live for shit like that, you know. And it's so good to see that like he has these co-stars that are so supportive of him. And it's good to see that they all have nothing but great things to say about him too, you know.
And just understanding that he's upcoming and this is all very new to him, and they've been around the block, so they're just like, look,
Right.
I love you, man. You're amazing. You're great. You know, they're probably like, this is one of the things that you have to deal with when you become more famous.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, this is just something you have to just water off a duck's back or whatever this phrase is.
I think the consensus too is that he just in general is surrounded by people that are extremely supportive too, even with his team.
That too.
And right, and he's even said that he's kept his circle pretty small, you know, since this whole thing has happened, and you have to lean on that smaller circle.
I think he wakes up every day feeling so grateful for what he has, because there's no way he could have imagined what he has now and what Stranger Things would have given him. So he's waking up every day going like, holy shit, am I tired? Am I traveling a lot? Hell yes, I am. But this has been a dream. But I feel like it's important for like us to remember, like he is still in that like he's completely in disbelief of everything going on around him, yet his whole team is kind of grounding him and getting him to realize his status right now, especially with fans. He may honestly, and we can cut this too, he may not get as touchy-feely with fans anymore. Not because maybe he doesn't want to, but because maybe his team is like, may not be a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I will say a couple things. First, yes, I definitely think it's great that he has a team around him to keep him grounded, but I also think he's extremely humble to the point where he keeps himself grounded too.
Oh yeah,
you know?
No, for sure.
And so the other thing I was going to say is there's one consistent thing I've seen him talk about in interviews. And I read an interview that he did with somebody on when he had done Catherine the Great, and they had asked him like, what drew you to the role? And he was like, the fact that I got it. You know, the fact, and so he a lot of the conversation that had happened during that interview was, you know, when you're starting out like this, you're gonna take what you can get. You know, they were like, you've done a lot of period pieces. Why do you think that is? And he was like, it's what I can fucking get.
Because he's British.
I mean, that was the subtext of that part, right? You know, when you are an actor starting out, you don't get to pick and choose the roles that you want. You know, I guarantee you that he did hundreds, if not thousands of auditions. He's been doing this for 7 years. He said it himself multiple times. The number of auditions that man must have done for the handful of roles that we have seen him in, that ratio has to be absurd. And now, you know, at the Wonderland magazine, I think it was at Wonderland magazine or maybe it was Esquire, where he said choice is the only thing that somebody would want as an actor, is being able to have the choice of the roles that you want to play.
Right.
And so I love to see him thrive like this, because he's getting the opportunity to have choice to make a decision on the types of roles he wants to get. I guarantee you people are literally fighting tooth and nail.
People are
right
going
now
to
to
send
get in
him
this type
scripts.
of
He's not going to
production.
send in audition tapes anymore. They're going to send him scripts saying,
No.
I want you to play this right here. And he's going to be able to be like, eeny, meeny, like he's going to be doing that.
Absolutely. And honestly, I'm not even going to knock on wood. I'm chalking that up to manifestation. And it's funny because like this is a great segue into the performance we were going to talk about this week, which was in Kin. You've said it every fucking episode how talented he is, but this particular role that he did was there was minimal dialogue on his end for this, you know, short film, but there was so much like, what's the word I'm looking for? Feeling. There was so much emotion in his character. I just watched it like before we started recording because I hadn't seen it. I turned my homework in late. Sorry.
It's okay. Mine's been sitting on the desk for a couple months.
You did it super early.
Alongside a sweet, sweet red apple for my teacher. Because I'm an overachiever.
I watched it today too. I was like, oh my God, we're going to record in like a couple hours. Let me watch it like right now. And I felt everything. Like I was like, it's only been 10 minutes since we were introduced to these characters, what situation they're in. And then when you get to that, like the peak of everything happening, I felt like I wanted to cry with them. I was ready. Like the buildup and the character development was just great. Joe, like, I'm not saying he carried it, but he kind of did. Like he was the main character of that. Yeah,
he was the main character of the short, and it was in the eyes. So much of it was in the eyes, you know, and it was just a heart again. And we're gonna do a spoiler alert here. So if you haven't seen Kin and you don't want it to be spoiled, just pause it. It's honestly 15 minutes. Pause it, go watch it, and then come back to the podcast. Here's your warning. Go jump off if you don't want to be spoiled. And okay, now you're back. His character, I mean, the whole story is like you see this childhood of two brothers start. I mean, you see the big brother, you know, meet his baby brother, and then you see the relationship that they built with their mom who had passed away, and there's this giant custody battle, and he's not able to get custody of his 14-year-old brother. And then there is one scene where you see him kind of walking around the home of the foster parents that they're going to put the 14-year-old brother in, and immediately you see the shift in his eyes where he realizes that's the right choice for his brother. That's where he's going to have. It's the laughter. I mean, you don't even see the parents in this foster home. Yeah. You just hear them laughter. And then you see the shift in this man's energy, and holy fuck.
You get a whole ass movie worth of emotions in 15 minutes.
And less than that, even because the credits is like 2.5 minutes. So,
oh, yeah.
You know,
13
minutes. And you're like, fuck. you're so invested. I would love to see that movie developed into like maybe an hour and a half long movie. You know?
Yeah.
That I want to watch anyone's mom pass on a movie and see that, because I hate, like, I've never seen The Fault in Our Stars. I've never seen Me Before You. I've never seen those movies because, like, the fact that they have you connect with characters and then for a fact that they're gonna die at the end, you're like, no,
Yeah. Yep. No.
I'm
Haven't seen them
good.
either.
I've seen them all.
Oh.
I won't watch that. I won't watch movies where animals are hurt. Those are my two things. I'll watch horror and I'll watch somebody's limbs get ripped apart, but I will not watch somebody shoot a horse.
I know, I'm crying over like a little doggo, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yet there's like 20 people that died. I'm like, oh, well, that's what horror is.
Like, well, such is life.
Or like they give you like a 6-second clip of a dog incorporated into the movie, and then something massive happens and everything's chaotic. You're like, but where's the dog? What's happening? Is the dog alive? That's happened to me so many times, and my friends and family, they're like, Danielle, there's people dying in this movie. I'm like, yeah, well, where's the dog?
Because animals have this innocence, you know? It's like they've done no wrong. They're innocent in everything. And humans aren't always innocent.
They're
and
loyal.
Yes, and that's why it's so sad to see the animals die, I feel like.
Little
Like
baby.
even in House of Dragons, like this, again, spoiler alert, in this latest, have you guys seen the last episode of House of Dragons?
Nope. Stop.
Perfect.
Stop talking.
I'm done.
Yeah, I haven't seen last week's episode, and I haven't seen this
Today-
week's
well,
episode.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I thought you were talking about original Game
circle
of
back
Thrones,
later.
not House of Dragons. I was like,
I can talk about original game. You finished Game of Thrones, right, Dee?
Yes, I have.
my God, when the dragons died, bitch,
Exactly.
I was crying.
Yeah, that hit me really hard.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. And how loyal they were to Daenerys, and when Drogon took Daenerys' body.
Rhaegon was my favorite, the green one, and when he died, I literally
Rhaegar.
cried, physical tears. That was my favorite dragon for some reason. I was just like, that's my favorite, and then dead.
Dead.
It was a great performance in Kin. If you haven't seen Kin, you can find it on YouTube. We just Googled Kin Joseph Quinn, and it's the first thing that
right
pops up. It's 15 minutes.
Yep.
So worth the watch. I will say there is a little bit of a trigger. I would say there's a trigger warning somewhere in there about, family trauma and losing a parent. So
That's all, folks.
that's it. Thank you so much for listening. And again, we really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us. And we have so much fucking love for you guys. You don't even know. You keep us going. And yeah, we'll be here next week. No matter what. No matter.
You can't get rid of us. Wait.
Anyways, follow me,
Laura?
Shannon and Danielle.
Laura.
What?
You just hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. It is now official. Every single one of the members of the Quinn-tessentials podcast is over 1,000 followers. Our podcast page has over 1,000 followers, and we're just thriving. Laura, I'm so proud of you. You worked so hard for that.
We're thriving.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it all.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yes.
All I do is
They are the best thing in the world.
Solid content. Go back and scroll. Go back and scroll on her page and watch her rants.
Yeah.
Guys,
She's patent pending the 1 chain or the 2 chain days. So
Wait, oh my God. Wait, can we talk
Yeah.
about something? Because okay, all right. You guys, okay. If you've been on my page, you know that my biggest thing is 1 chain day or 2 chain day is equivalent to bones or no bones day. Here's the thing. We didn't see a fucking chain at the Dior show. Did we chalk it up to the designer telling them that it's all clothes and you can't have any type of distracting, accessories? Absolutely. Positively, sure. That's fine. The second that fucking show ended and our boy changed, guess what came right back on?
two of them.
Chains! And it wasn't just, dude, it's proving my fucking point. It was a two-chain day. It was a do something you don't normally do, something exciting, something fun day. It was a two-chain day. And we found out 2 days too late, but guess what, baby? I
100%.
loved it. It was great. All right. My socials are Laura Vanessa. Laura Vanessa, Laura with an H at the end, and Vanessa with an H at the end, both on Instagram and TikTok. Also, on my Linktree on my page, I have Shannon's socials, Danielle's socials, and literally a link to everywhere that you can listen our podcast to our podcast on. So if you can go on the podcast and TikTok account or Instagram, just click on that link tree. You can find everything. But go ahead and plug your socials.
My Instagram is Miss Danielle, MissDanyell, and my TikTok is DYoung, DEEE, Young.
Yeah, so my Instagram handle is it's Starry Eyes, StarryEyes, and my TikTok is What's Up Shannon. Come see what's up.
I was waiting for it.
I know.
I know, I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Yep, see you guys.
Toodles McNoodles.
Bye.
Do it, Danielle.